Welcome to another edition of From the Bleachers Sports Show. Your host, your buddy, your pal, your amigo, your compadre, Tom, and I. Please ask that you like, hit subscribe, share this video if you may, please. And there's a lot of talk coming out of over the last day or two, where the Undertaker, at the end of the Last Ride documentary, has said that right now he has no desire to get back in the ring. You know, every cowboy has his last ride. You know, time for the new guys to step in. So the wording, the speculation, everyone is saying that this, in fact, is that AJ Styles versus The Undertaker was, in fact, the last match of The Undertaker. Now, you could make the argument, it's not that, you can make the statement, and it's a fact, that The Undertaker really hasn't been himself for the last couple of years. Last couple of years he's been doing just WrestleMania match, maybe a match here and there, but for the most part he's 2 or 3 matches at most for the whole year. So The Undertaker that we known for the last couple of years been working 2 or 3 matches, if even. That's not the Undertaker we grew up with. So he has been on the decline for many years, you might make the argument. He hasn't been the same. And in the documentary, he's always mentioned that he was looking for that perfect go-away match, that perfect ending to end his career. You think back of The Undertaker. You think back American Badass. You think of American Badass Undertaker. You think of Corporate Ministry Undertaker. You think of Undertaker when he first came in, in the Survivor Series, then being sold to, Paul Bearer in that run with Paul Bearer. You think of the feuds, in the Corporate Ministry. You then think of the feuds as well as, Big Evil. You think of the feuds between Undertaker and Kane. When you look at the evolution of The Undertaker in the last year or two, he's kind of made himself more available on social media. He's hired a media team. He's been more out there on social media than he's ever had. Mainly because he's been protecting the image of The Undertaker. He was being The Undertaker for many years. He wore all black, or he didn't expose the character. What you've seen on TV is what you've seen in person. But then that's changed, obviously, because WWE was trying to humanize The Undertaker more for when it's time to go into the Hall of Fame and things along that nature, that line. So WWE had done that with a purpose, obviously, and Undertaker had agreed to go that route too. So with all that being said, with a guy that's so invested into the character for as many years as he has been, if in fact it was his last match, which he didn't really say that he's, he said, right now I have no desire to get back in the ring. It doesn't mean that he's not getting back in the ring. For a guy that's just been on social media, within the last year, I would kind of find it odd or weird that he would retire as the Undertaker over social media. The way he was protective of that character, for those many years, I just thought the ending would come in the ring. That's why I don't think that's this the last that we've seen of the Undertaker. Again, just simply for the fact that how he's been protective in all these years of investment into the character, I just thought that it would finish in the ring. Now, there were many chances to finish it in the ring recently. Brock Lesnar, that would have been a chance to end the career that way against Roman Reigns. So you had your chances to end it in a ring with a crowd. So that's why it's to me, it's something would have to happen with that character to kind of pass the torch. For me, just me knowing what the Undertaker is about, it's just hard for me to believe that it ends via social media, a documentary just like this. So I don't think the Undertaker is done. I'm looking for it to continue, another match or two. Opinions change, thoughts change, to kind of tie in or wrap up the character in an Undertaker, where, if there is someone that comes up in the next year or two, a Karrion Kross or Dexter Lumis, someone that could benefit somehow, where the Undertaker would be able to retire and pass the torch next to the next big thing, the next big guy, the next guy would benefit from a storyline involving the Undertaker. So I don't think it's going to end based on a documentary or a social media tweet. Not something that he didn't say he's retiring. I'm pretty certain he's not retiring. He didn't say I'm retiring. He worded it, right now I have no desire to get in the ring. I hope all is well.